Yo, what up? Is Brett with Universus talking about the yo-yo sensation of Guilty Gear Strive, Bridget. Bridget is joining Universus spray as a 7 hand size 21 health character, hunter on air and water with two very cool abilities. Enhance, flip one other card in your card pool. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed, and twice per turn after your attack deals damage, add one face down card from your card pool to your momentum. So the idea is you string out, you flip the cards in your card pool, you deal damage, and then you get to add those cards to your momentum, allowing you to utilize some very powerful abilities in Echo or in damage pumping. This is very powerful. However, as you can see, what I said is different to what's on the card. That's because Bridget has got an errata, which means that you should be flipping cards other than the attack that's currently in play, because there was a pseudo infinite combo that made the game unfun. However, she is still very powerful post errata, and you can do some very silly things. Starting off with our attacks, we got Acid Screen. Acid Screen is a 5 difficulty, 4 high for 7, where face downs do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card. And Enhance, if you have a face down in your card pool, you can get to draw a card as well as deflect 4. Very important for keeping your Ray Fillets and Mondo Geckos alive. If you can reduce that damage down and keep these alive, you can do some very silly things. On top of being 7 damage for 6 speed, if you can get something in your card pool to flip, this is a very solid card that can do some very silly things and not got a bad block modifier on the 2 mid. However, this is probably the card that can be cut the easiest, maybe alongside with Aerial Kokosho, but Aerial Kokosho is a 6 difficulty, 4 high for 7, similar to Acid Screen, with a 3 difficulty, 2 mid block, but response, hand, drive 1, add this card to your card pool. After the completely blocked attack resolves, attempt to play this card from your card pool, but with -2 difficulty and +2 speed. So it becomes a 4 difficulty, 6 high for 7. Because you have blocked to do this, you'll have an additional block in you have additional card in your card pool to flip, making it an 8 high for 7, meaning that it's very hard to deal with. Throwing this on your opponent's turn, very solid. Bridget has a great way of getting momentum to begin with, so you're going to be able to pay for that hand drive cost even with foundational momentum. And if you hit, when you hit with Aerial Kokosho in your opponent's turn being an 8 high for 7, you can utilize that enhance, because it doesn't say your turn, it says twice per turn, to add the face down block you just used to your momentum, meaning your progressive difficulty hasn't changed, or your opponent has had to waste resources committing foundations and essentially limiting what they can do in their turn to stop this attack.
Okay, so let's look on A5. 6 of 5.
Any responses on block?
No.
I will drive 1.
Okay.
I'll spend a momentum to play this on a 5. Takes a 5.
Say 7-9.
It's a 7-9.
Okay, and you may change this one.
And I may change this on. I will make it low.
Okay.
First enhance will be I will flip here for 2 speed. I think Bridget has one of the best uses of Aerial Kokosho, and I may even bump this up to a 4 of, because I think I will probably end up playing this over Acid Screen. Attacking in my opponent's turn is very powerful, and if I can utilize things like Mondo Gecko in that, it's going to be very powerful. After that, we have Survey Corps Teamwork, a 5 difficulty, 5 mid for 5, air attuned, free control, that says your next 2 attacks get +1 speed, +2 damage, and you may change the zone of those attacks. So when I play one of my mid attacks, I can go, cool, let's see if I can put some pressure on block zones. I can check what my opponent's been building. I can check what my opponent's deck list is before the beginning of the event. Find their weakness, find the hole in their armor of what block zone is the best to apply pressure to. And Survey Corps Teamwork says that my loop-de-loop gets to be a low, my battle or release gets to be a low. My area Kokosho gets to be a low. It allows me to apply decent pressure to my opponent on a 5. Checks a 5.
Okay.
Any response on play?
No response on play.
Blitz. My next 2 attacks get +1 speed, +2 damage, and I may change their zone after I play them.
Right. Say 7-9.
It's a 7-9.
Okay, and you may change this one.
And I may change zone. I will make it low. Fling on a 5. Checks a 5. Response on play, I will pick this up.
Okay.
Let's flip here for 2 speed.
Okay.
On top of that, just being a very well statted card, very strong, and I think Survey Corps team will just not get as much love as it should. I saw Execution is an absolute beast. I get to commit down my opponent's best defensive resources by just naming one foundation, having to commit all of them. It's a 5 high for 5 on a 5 difficulty. And if I can place as my second, third attack, if I'm able to get some momentum with Bridget, I can spend one of those momentums to freeze a rival foundation and give this attack 5 damage. A 7 high for 10 on a 5 is very powerful and very hard for my opponent to deal with. I saw Execution on a 5. Checks a 5.
Okay.
Any response on play?
No responses.
Let's commit all copies of Incubating.
All right. I don't understand why do you have that such hate in this card. That's okay.
But it's the only one that gives you consistent speed hate. That's a flip cost and that's a commit cost.
Yeah. No, I understand. Sorry.
This can do some serious work as well as freezing down my opponent's best resources. However, we can now get into the essentially OTK loop, the loop that can kind of deal with your opponent. Battle Release. Battle Release is a very powerful card, very hard, very sought after, and very limited now because of the fact that Yu Hakusho is no longer in print and it's no longer in distribution. This is a 4 cost free control, 4 high for 4, which allows you to flip a foundation to draw a card, and then you can give it plus X damage with a maximum of 4 for each of your face down foundations. So you're looking at a 4 high for 5 to 8. If you can get Bridget to pop off with some more flipping, you can then pump that up to 6 for 8. And then if that doesn't hit, if it does hit, you're still drawing cards. After that, you can drop in another attack, flip the battle release, possibly go with a loop on a 4, which is face down cards don't count, which is a 3 difficulty, 3 mid for 3 with frenzy. So this gets +1 speed, +1 damage to each attack that has been blocked this turn. With face down cards don't count towards progressive to play this card. And at the start of the turn, at the start of the end phase, add 1 other card from your card pool to your hand, allowing you to recycle the aerial Kokosho, the battle or release, the acid screen, allowing you to pick them up and go, I've got them for next turn, so you need to apply pressure and get this out of my hand or suffering from it again. But if you can flip the battle or release after playing a loop, you can then play a Fillet Fling. Fillet Fling is a 3 difficulty, 3 low for 3, breaker 1 on a mid. With response, after you play this card, add 1 face down card from your card pool to your hand. So similar to Loop, but Loop waits till the end of the turn, whereas Fillet Fling does it on play. Now this also works defensively for both. So if you block, you can pick one up with Loop, and if you block with Fillet Fling, you get to pick up a face down immediately. Again, adding that flip a bit more utility. If you say play the deflect 4, flip the acid screen, block with Fillet Fling, pick up the acid screen, you've then got another deflect 4 ready to go. Battle release on a 4, check to 5. Any response on play?
No response on play.
Let's flip something target and draw a
card. I'll pass.
Tusk Tooth Crew, let's get a card and draw a card.
I'll pass.
Let's give it 2 damage.
Okay, I will pass.
4 high for 6.
Attempt to partial on a6. 5, 6. Full block. No full block partial, I'll take 3.
Battle on a 5, check to 6.
You're doing what I've done to people to me.
Any response on play?
No response on play.
Let's flip this for 2 speed.
I'll flip my back with dominance to remove this and draw a card.
Let's flip here to draw.
I'll pass.
3 damage.
Pass.
6 high for 7.
Attempt to block on a 9. Fails.
Take 7.
Yep.
Do I want to stuff that in? Yeah. Loop on a 4. Takes a 5. Comes in with 1/1 because you blocked one thing.
Huh?
Let's.
Oh, yes, frenzy. Yeah.
Let's flip here for 2 speed.
I'll pass.
3 mid for 6 mid for 3.
For 4. I'll take 4.
Play fling on a 5, which is 3, 4, 5. Let's pick this up.
I'll pass.
Let's flip here for 2 speed.
I'll pass.
Let's send a 5 for 3.
I'll take 3.
Oh, so good though. My check value is going to be pain. Let's play smart. No, let's listen to momentum. And let's go.
On a 5.
Battle on a 5. 3, that's 9 for 5. The 3 checks I've got what going to kill me.
You get me down to 8. You get me down to 1, I mean. Jesus Christ.
Let's flip here to speed.
Pass.
Let's flip here to draw a card.
I'll pass.
Let's do it for damage.
I'll pass.
Is that it? Oh, you got nothing in hand?
No.
Oh, cool. Play fling. But the idea here is you pick one of these attacks, primarily battle or release because it's the lowest in terms of difficulty, and you loop it. You play loop-de-loop to trigger it off, and you can keep picking up the loop-de-loop, and the more your opponent blocks, because the battle or release puts pressure on your opponent to have to keep blocking. The more you play it, the higher those stats go up until you reach the 8, and you're constantly going to have a 6 high for 8. Your opponent can only have so many high blocks, and your opponent can only have so many resources. After that, you can then drop by loop-de-loop, and you're going to be getting +4, +6. So you're looking at that point, a 9-9, a 8-8, a very powerful combination, and your opponent's going to be out of resources. It's something that does happen and can happen, as I've done myself. In terms of the backups, I'm running 2 Ray Fillets, and 1 Mondo Gecko. Mondo Gecko forces my opponent to commit a foundation if they attack it, and can give +X or -X speed, equaling the block modifier of the attack. This makes it a lot easier to defend, and makes my attack even harder to hit. And Ray Fillet forces my opponent to add the top card of their deck to their card pool when they attack it. And during my turn, when I play an attack, I get to add the top card of my opponent's deck to their card pool. Now, the infinite combo is still possible with the fillet flings. Now, you just need to have 3 fillet flings in hand, and you can pop off this combo where you play Ray Fillet, you have 3 fillet flings in hand, and you play fillet fling, stuff the card pool with Ray Fillet, let the attack resolve. Play the second fillet fling, add one to the card pool, let the attack flip the fillet fling that's in the card pool, let the attack resolve. Play the third fillet fling, pick up the first one, stuff the card pool, flip the second fillet fling that was played, that's now the first in progressive, and you just get to keep popping off. Now, I've not been able to pop this off, so I do not have footage to show you. I'm very sorry. I am trying to get that off again. I've got the old combo off, but that's not going to help out here. In terms of our foundations, Ferocious Attacker, we're looking at card draw. We're looking at ways to be a bit more defensive. So we've got our 6 checks. We've got a lot of card draw with Disaster of Passion, Ferocious Attacker, Tusk-Tooth Crew, because we're looking to filter out our foundations. We want to be hyper aggressive. We want to be applying pressure as much as possible and trying to get that early kill and get our opponent to what I call the red line, where they will die on the next turn, or even possibly die this turn. So Disaster of Passion, after the attack is completely blocked, draw a card, discard a card. Tusk-Tooth Crew, just instantly draw a card, discard a card. Ferocious Attacker, if my opponent's lost life, I get to draw a card. And other than that's the draw power we have here. Then we have enhanced. Then we've got our Speed Hate in Funky Breath. -2 speed if we fail to block, our opponent commits 1. Above the City, +2 and -2 speed on a commit. Run Idiot, -2 speed, and if we completely block it, we gain a health. Fast Friendship for Flip for -2 or -3 speed. Danger Sense, With flip -2 speed, our commit 1 foundation after we block with this, change its zone to mid. Gathering surprise is our deadlock out, allowing us to sacrifice a foundation for +1 speed. And moment notice is just such a powerful card, being able to reset the speed and our damage, and speed our damage, allowing it to make it attack we can block, or make it that we don't take as much damage. Especially if we can link that in with the acid screen deflect. The sideboard, I'm not too sure yet. Gravity Well's in there just kind of mess around with people because cards can't be flipped during this attack, but that is counterintuitive to what Bridget is doing, so that probably needs to go. Referee Jury is again, if I'm looking to go a bit longer in the game, allow me to build out, be a bit more aggressive with the building, and then draw. Referee Jury allow me to take 4 damage, draw an additional card, and then commit 1 foundation. After a rival plays an enhanced ability, they commit a foundation. So allow me to just waste resources in my opponent's turn as well. Weapon Clash for additional building and damage reduction. Throw Hate with Faith Shield, with a squishy 21 healther. Faith Shield's ability to Omni block and reduce damage, especially with throws. Very strong. And again, Field of Doubt. Most decks should be running Field of Doubt at this point. Being able to seal the big final attack. Being able to seal an attack, remove throw, remove flash, remove powerful, remove the blitzes and enhances and all these issues that you might come into, can really turn an opponent's abilities off. And just being able to utilize it. Not running any tension attacks in here, which could be a mistake. Could be something I look at adding, because being able to reduce the attack damage to 3, being able to clear the card pool for a blocked attack and draw a card, could be a bit more useless for the high progression that Bridget's looking for. But Bridget can get there, and the aerial Kokosho in the opponent's turn on Bridget can be absolutely devastating. It is reminiscent of the older reversals that we have, where it's an impactful attack. It is an 8 high for 7, which is not any significant amount, which can get more speed and even more damage. It can be really brutal here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is Bridget as big of a threat as I think she is? Do you expect her to show up at Worlds and still be a threat? Or do you think that the errata did enough to her to keep her out of the meta frame? For theories, news and more, I am Brett with Universus, and I will see you all at game night. Bye.